Let's talk a little bit about millennials. Who are they? Well, they're 20 to 36 years old, as we said. They're the largest generation, as we said as well. They're digitally dependent. A lot of people tell me, Ryan, this generation, they're really tech savvy, aren't they? I'm like, yes, but that's not the best descriptor. The best descriptor is they're digitally dependent. This new generation cannot remember a world where a smart device has been outside of arm's reach. That's fundamentally reshaped how they socialize, how they network, how they show up at work, how they consume information, how they fill in the blank. It's changed everything for that emerging generation. They're also the most educated generation. You actually heard it mentioned in the World Economic Forum video that they are going to be very smart. Yes, a lot of them will have you believe that they're the most smartest generation, which they're not, right? I mean, we're all very educated, but this generation, actually, they had the most degrees in hands. For the first time ever, millennials are the most educated generation history's ever seen. And so if I'm talking to a group of a lot of millennials, my message to them is always, how are you standing above this very crowded talent pool? 71% of millennials are disengaged at work, which is the most of any generation. So we're really attacking that head on today, where I'm going to give you some strategies to erode that and to really engage this next generation so that you can attract, retain, and you can deliver and really engage them in training and different learning environments as well. $1.4 trillion annually is the estimated spending power of U.S. millennials by 2020, so that's U.S. alone. So all of my clients all around the world represent all kinds of different industries because they're all going after this one topic. They're trying to understand how, when, and why does this emerging generation buy? Because they have a growing bank account. And they're just now stepping into their prime spending years, but they're also just stepping into their prime working years, which is, again, a major reason why this generation is so highly scrutinized. 66% of millennials expect to leave their organization by 2020. So again, the strategies I'm going to give you today are going to help you retain this generation. And the better we understand who they are and the external factors impacting who they've become will help us retain this generation as well. And lastly, 70% of millennials might reject traditional business to work independently. You would agree with this. It's never been easier to be an entrepreneur. You can have an idea, stroll down to a Starbucks, hop on the Wi-Fi, start a business, have business cards in the mail the next day, and you can jump on Facebook with a couple $100 and market your new business to hundreds of thousands of people for just a couple $100. It's never been easier to be an entrepreneur. The barriers have never been lower to be an entrepreneur. So why does that matter to you? If you're trying to retain this next generation, you're not only competing with your competitors in other industries to retain and to attract this talent, but you're actually competing with millennials' own desire, resources, and ability to be entrepreneurs. So there's a whole other dynamic that we have to be aware of, and that whole other dynamic is keeping all of us accountable to provide better experiences, to be better employers, to attract this next generation talent.